Welcome, everyone, to Pitbull Stadium, not far from Miami and the home of the FIU Panthers. And today, this fan base eager to show everyone what the Panthers' home field advantage is all about. And this with two teams from Conference USA squaring off in a weekday clash to set the table for the weekend ahead. As we'll see, the Utep Miners taking on a team recharged after a much-needed bye week, the Florida International Panthers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to... Miners will get us started with the opening kickoff. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So FIU's offense will have the first possession of the game. When this guy comes onto the field, David, he seems to bring the it factor with him.
So much fun as a play caller to have a guy you depend on, you trust. You know, Palmer, you're going to get the best out of this young man.
He's also one of those guys, David, who just elevates everybody else around him, right? All 10 guys in that huddle offensively just seem to play better knowing they've got confidence in this guy.
Stuffed almost in his tracks, but strong enough to pick up one to the 35. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Oh, he was hoping to make something out of that return, but they'll have it first down at the 39.
Well, statistically, this defense is not one of the better units against the pass. They're trying to change that here today. What a great job tracking the ball down, making a play on it, stabbing it out of the air for a big interception early. That should be massive for their confidence.
The offense set for a first down play. Got it behind the line. It's Wood. Open space at the 25. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Miners!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. So see quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone. The returner will field it and bring it back. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Florida International offense is back on the field. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player.
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
Defense came on the field with fresh legs, and here on just the second play of the drive, they're able to get a sack.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Across the 25, he's got room. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. Wants to throw on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Burrow. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Gives it to the back on the draw. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. A 3rd down try for the offense. They'll go with a direct snap. Makes his man miss. They make the stop, and that's how the first quarter will end. That's the end of the quarter, and Utep has the lead. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. They've switched into the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the second. And the Panthers are flying down the field. Comes out throwing on first down. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
Offensively, I love balance. I love when I get some big gains on the ground, now taking shots down the field, but I gotta protect my QB. They did not keep him upright. He had a chance to make a play, especially after the big run play the play before. The defense was playing the run. QB couldn't get it done.
Big loss on the last play threatens to knock this drive off course. It's 2nd and 16. He's looking to throw. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete. And they have converted their first 2 third-down opportunities, but this one a 3rd and long. Fires to the wideout. What a snag by the defense. He'll try to take it back. A dangerous cover man and a dangerous return man after the pick as he gets it all the way to the 44-yard line.
And that's just excellent coverage. Man, cover one, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board, and you still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open, and if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it in the tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
They'll throw it on first down. Fires to the big fella. No chance to run, but still a solid pickup on that one. A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on second down. He leaves it with his back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On third down, going up top. It's caught. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down. And the Miners come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll throw it on first down. Fires into traffic, intercepted. Taking it the other way. He goes out of bounds, but he just about did it himself. What a return after the interception.
I love when people start to understand what we're doing defensively. If they're going to pass the football and that's where they're going to live, well, I'm going to live in dime. I'm going to bring more defensive backs on the field so I can cover more of these speed guys that they have out there. Great job by the defensive back, breaking on the football, making the INT, making the DC look very smart.
First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. He stopped at the 48, a pickup of 10 on the play.
And that's another FIU.
Now you got to think they'll really go on the attack. Big play has him set up 1st and 10 from the 48. He's going to pass. Missed receiver there. It's incomplete. After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on second down. He's looking to throw. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion? They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. And they got him. He'll get him down for the sack. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. 4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. And the returner will be knocked down. Here comes the offense on first down. They're going to open this drive with a pass. And he makes the catch, but he can't stay in bounds. That'll be incomplete. After that last incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from their own 20. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. He's got him this time. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. Looking to move it through the air. Fires the pass, intercepted. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And we know turnover margin is a huge part of winning ball games. Interception number 2. This quarterback has to do a better job taking care of the football. Don't force it. Take the high completion percentage stuff. Don't always try to go for the big play.
FIU gets it back, and the Panthers will send the offense back onto the field. After punting the last time they had it, they ought to be set up for a much better result with this drive. The freshman able to get home with the sack. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Quarterback wants to throw on second down. Finds a man in the middle. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. Nobody open. He just throws it away, and it'll bring up second down. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. He's got it and still on his feet. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red. And he's got it! Touchdown, Panthers!
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the second half. An extra point away from tying this football game. You trailed a little bit in the first half, stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the second half.
The AT unit on the field.
For the extra point.
Right down the boulevard. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they cap the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Utep has the ball and the Miner offense ready to go to work. Now they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much confidence they have in this quarterback and his decision-making, because you cannot throw an interception at this part of the field with this little time left.
And I think that's conversations you've had with the young fellow on the sidelines. Be like, what are you comfortable with right here that we can run? Maybe stay aggressive, but make sure I don't make that mistake.
The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. He'll try it again. Strong belief in this running game as he powers his way ahead and picks up 8. It's 4th and 1. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Fair catch called for and taken at the 30-yard line. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Trying to find his man on first down. He lobs one high down the left side. He can haul it in. Incomplete. They took a shot, but that's how we'll wrap up the half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, what else is new? A really raucous environment there in Miami. And a compelling first half for a variety of reasons. Yes, there's a substantial lead to talk about, but I think it all starts with this defense that has more than made its share of big plays. If things keep trending in this direction, you can bet a ton of those backs and receivers are going to spend a lot of time in ice baths before the end of the day. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Ricardo Silva Stadium.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Utep has the ball, the offense ready to go back to work. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Off he goes. Just like that. A huge gain, and they've got it inside the 10. They'll mark it at the 8.
What a great play call offensively. Taking the shot, you flip the field, and now you better get those red zone play calls ready and dialed up.
The Miners trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. Looking to throw. It's complete. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch. Now it's 2nd and goal. He's going to the right, looking for a path to the end zone. Touchdown, Utep! And with that, they've got the lead here in the 2nd half. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. Oklahoma is down right now, and that's unusual for this program. Those fans in Norman expect excellence. Let's see if they can provide the spark this team needs. They're trailing by 13 to Ole Miss. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Tip ball, put it up for grabs, and I thought he had it, but somehow it slithered through his fingers. They'll run the screen. They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the 1st down. They'll try to move the chains on 3rd and short from the 25. Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the 1st down. FIU comes out with a fresh set of downs.
That's another FIU.
Looking to go up top on 1st down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Burrow. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a 1st down. The Panthers are on the move. Going up top on 1st down. Quick completion on the out. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. Looking at a 2nd and short now. From the gun, the running back has it. And they'll drag him down. That's likely the last play of the 3rd quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Utep has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic 4th quarter finish. Direct snap. Smashes through. Tackled, but he has a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
And that's another FIU.
He'll come out throwing on 1st down. Gets rid of it. It's complete to the left. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down.
And that's another FIU.
Here's the handoff. Open space at the 25. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, FIU. So a crease, nothing but green grass and opportunity, and he flashed through it for 6.
And when you can get 30-plus yards out of your running back and he can make big plays like this, man, it's hard to call a lot of passes. I'm just going to feed this guy the rock.
They'll try to tack one more on their score.
For the extra point.
And no problem on that extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the 4th. We've got a dandy going here, all tied up in the 4th quarter and about to kick it away. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Utep has the ball, and the Miner offense ready to go to work. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
On second down, he'll fire. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. And he unleashed the RPMs on that pass. Man, this sophomore has an arm. Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Continuing to churn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. On second down, looking to throw. Firing to the right, complete. Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. They keep attacking through the air. And this will be picked off, a costly turnover in a tie game. They didn't give him much of a chance to make that play even bigger, but the turnover has him set up at the 16. The pressure was rising, drama just encapsulating this entire stadium, and the defense comes up with that pick.
Yeah, so the quarterback, he's got to be able to handle this situation. Obviously, everything gets elevated. Everything has to happen a split second sooner. You feel the crowd noise, you feel the energy, but you've got to keep your poise. And you just wonder in this juncture of the game if the quarterback's starting to lose his cool.
He's looking to throw it. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Makes the tackle at the 32, but they were backed up inside their 20, and they pick up 15.
And that's another FIU.
To the air on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Burrow. Not out on the field, and we've got a dandy all tied up late in the fourth. On second down, he'll let it fly. Working that left side. Open runway ahead. Touchdown, Florida International. And in the final moments, they've taken the lead.
And they're able to score on a drive where they had to have it this late in the game, and they look to their playmaker on the outside to win that one-on-one matchup.
Big-time moments. Who do you trust as a quarterback? You could tell this was a big moment. He threw it to his big play wide receiver. He knew he would come down to it, and now the big play in the fourth quarter for the touchdown.
Lining up to add another.
Kicker is on for the extra point.
The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. Now that they have the lead, this kickoff unit has to stay in their lane, create some field position, and hand it over to the defense. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Utep has the ball, the offense ready to go back to work. He wants to throw. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. Not able to get loose on the return, but what a play to put his team in business at the 33. FIU trying to finish the deal and run out the clock. They'll give it to the back. A run up the middle is stuffed for no gain. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Movement here from the tight end. From the gun, running back gets to give. Gives him the big stiff arm. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. FIU mounting the threat in the red zone. Runs through a tackle. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. Don't want to risk anything here. The quarterback takes a knee. You want to talk about building confidence? Coming through with clutch plays, making the winning plays at the right time can really set the course for the rest of the season.
Yeah, Reese, maturity and experience matters, and this team has guys that have played a lot of snaps, they've seen a lot of looks, and they've lost close games like this in the past. That wasn't the case today, David. Too many guys out there making big-time plays.
And I think belief is what you build, that confidence. You know you're going to win. You don't think you're going to win. You know you're going to make that play in the big moment that continues to build on week-to-week success. And you look up and you're like, dang, we strung a couple wins together.